Hey friends, just a few weeks ago, I put out a video sharing some of my thoughts on why someone might want to consider living in Montgomery County instead of Philadelphia County. Now, to add a little bit of context, or as a reminder, I live in Montgomery County here in Pennsylvania, which is one of the neighboring counties to Philadelphia. But to keep things fair, because I do love Philadelphia, today I'm going to share with you some of the reasons why you may want to consider living in the city of Philadelphia instead of one of the neighboring counties like Montgomery County. So first and foremost, anytime you're talking about Philadelphia, you have to talk about the history. Philadelphia is the birthplace of this entire country. The fabric of our country was forged right here in Philadelphia. And with that being said, since Philadelphia is the birthplace of our country, well then one can only assume that Philadelphia has a bunch of history. Now, I'm not a history buff. As a matter of fact, history for the most part used to bore me. But if you love history, then Philadelphia offers a lot of exciting things for you. Just to name a few, well, the Liberty Bell, Independence Hall, and well, again, when it comes to history, just going through some of the communities, you'll quickly see some of the historic buildings and homes that you can find throughout the entire city. So if you love history, Philadelphia is probably one of the best places in the entire country to visit. Now, the city of Philadelphia also offers a very rich culture. Right here in the city, you can find the Philadelphia Art Museum, which displays some of the world's most finest pieces of art. There's also the Barnes Foundation, and the city of Philadelphia also has a really interesting musical and theatrical scene as well. A lot of times people think that you have to travel to New York if you want to see a good show, but that's not the case. Philadelphia and the Kimmel Center, believe it or not, puts on a phenomenal show. So if you like any of that, Philadelphia also checks those boxes. Philadelphia also offers a very diverse community. Now, the first thing that comes to mind is Rocky Balboa making his way up the Art Museum steps. As I just mentioned, the Art Museum is here in Philadelphia, but there's other parts of that movie where Rocky is actually running through the Italian market. We have what's referred to as an Italian market here in South Philadelphia. We also have a section of our town known as Chinatown. There are different pockets and communities throughout the city of Philadelphia which are extremely diverse. Now, in my previous video, when I spoke about Montgomery County, I actually highlighted the fact that Montgomery County has some phenomenal public schools. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to say the same about the city of Philadelphia. But what I can say about the city of Philadelphia is that when it comes to higher education, you can find some pretty commendable universities right here in Philadelphia. A few that come to mind include Drexel, Temple, UPenn, as well as St. Joe's University. Now, there are other colleges right here in our backyard, but those few are some of the more well-known. Now, if you're gonna go to college here, then nightlife or things to do during the weekends or at night are important to you. Well, the city of Philadelphia offers all of that. As a matter of fact, the city of Philadelphia has a really cool night scene. Depending where you're at in the city of Philadelphia, you actually can visit areas like Old City, where you can park your car and literally go from either bar to bar or from club to club. And then when it comes to clubs, there are a lot of social clubs, dance clubs, a lot of different things for you to do in the city of Philadelphia. And well, the city of Philadelphia, they party pretty hard. So they're also, a lot of these establishments are also open pretty late. So if you are looking for a community that offers pretty decent nightlife, then city of Philadelphia checks those boxes. But when you're out and about, you have to eat, right? Well, Philadelphia has some amazing, absolutely amazing restaurants. Quite a few restaurants here have actually been the recipient of the James Beard Award. And we actually have some restaurants that have been not only ranked in the top 5 or 10, but a restaurant by the name of Zahav was actually ranked the #1 restaurant in the entire country. And guess what? Yes, That restaurant is right here in our very own backyard. And the owners of that restaurant, who are James Beard recipients, also have a few other establishments here that are worth checking out. So if you love food, Philadelphia, in my opinion, offers some of the best food you can find throughout the country, and we have the Philadelphia cheesesteak. I don't care where you go throughout the country, when it says Philadelphia cheesesteak, trust me, it's not a true Philadelphia cheesesteak. The only way you're gonna get a true Philadelphia cheesesteak, my friends, is right here in the city of Philadelphia. So now that you ate, it's time to walk, right? Living in the city is ideal for someone who either doesn't drive or doesn't want to drive, because most of the communities are walkable. Unlike Montgomery County, where you will either need to ride a bike, take a car, or leverage public transportation, most of the areas in the city of Philadelphia are walkable. So you can do or get a lot of the things that you would need on a daily basis simply by walking out your front door and walking to either the dry cleaners or the local grocery store, or maybe even to the daycare if you are gonna walk your child to and from daycare. Because again, a lot of the things in the city of Philadelphia are extremely convenient and a stone throw from your front step. So if you're someone who doesn't want to drive or doesn't want to own a car or maintain a car, anything along those lines, living in the city of Philadelphia might be something that interests you. But if you do drive, or even if you don't drive, the city of Philadelphia is also close to New Jersey and Delaware. So if you work in either of those two states, or if you have friends or family in either of those two states, or for whatever reason you like to frequent either of those two states, you can be there in a matter of minutes. And the city of Philadelphia is convenient because of the infrastructure. There's 76, 476, 676, all these thoroughfares that run through Philadelphia, and we also have a phenomenal public transportation system known as SEPTA. SEPTA not only offers buses that go throughout the entire city, but they also expand into some of the surrounding suburbs, and they also have a trolley and subway or regional line. And lastly, even though you can be a Philadelphia sports fan from anywhere in the world, living in the city of Philadelphia, especially now that the Eagles are having a phenomenal season, the Phillies just played very well. Although they didn't win the World Series, they made it pretty damn close, and the Sixers are off to a pretty good start. Not gonna say much about the Flyers right now, and the Philadelphia Union did extremely well last year. So if you are a sports fan, the city of Philadelphia is unparalleled. As a matter of fact, there's a book about the Philadelphia sports fan, and if you're not familiar with how rowdy it can get here, well, let's just say if you're not from Philadelphia and you're not a Philadelphia sports fan, don't go to the stadiums. So there you have it, my friends. There's a list, and quite the list if you ask me, but there's a list of several things that you can consider if you are looking to move into the city of Philadelphia and looking for reasons not to move to Montgomery County. So let me know. What are some of the reasons that you like either living in the city of Philadelphia, or what don't you like about living in the city of Philadelphia? So once again, I'm Chris Nelson, the team lead of the Nelson Home Group, helping buyers and sellers here in the greater Philadelphia area. And as always, there is a buyer guide, free buyer guide for you to download right in the description. Click the link, fill out a little bit of info, and it's all yours. So till next time, take care.